All right, well, hey everyone. My name is Andrew Shively. I'm 27 years old, and I am a worship pastor, a youth pastor, and a creative arts pastor, kind of all at the same time. We don't really like to call ourselves a church plant anymore. We just celebrated 3 years here at Revive Church in Kansas City, Missouri. I'm actually right outside of Kansas City in Independence, Missouri. And Independence, Missouri is President Harry Truman's hometown. You might know him as the one who gave the order to drop the bomb. I don't really necessarily remember what number president he was, but he's very well known and famous here. I actually live in the same neighborhood that he used to live in, his childhood home and the home that he retired to. In our church, where I'm at right now, is just down the street from that. Speaking of our church, we just bought a building a few months ago, and as you can see, there's some wires and a few things still yet to be tucked away and modified or niceified, if that's even a word. But what's really cool is that we haven't had to outsource anything. Our people are just so skilled, and they have all kinds of different traits and backgrounds that we've been able to completely renovate and modify this space to really fit our needs. Because when we first walked into it, this space was built in 1935, and there was a lot of ugly things that needed updated. But really grateful to have a space of our own. We used to meet in a high school that met just across the street. We have the high school right across the street, and it creates a lot of cool ministry opportunities getting to be in a public high school. The principal of the school actually comes to our church, and his wife is on staff with us as our connections pastor, and so grateful to have them along board. So a little bit about my job. I originally came up from Wichita, Kansas about 2 hours ago to do a youth ministry residency, just to get a little bit of experience. I was only supposed to be here for 1 year, but God had other plans. So I was asked to come on full time and to stay and have a permanent position. I was asked to step into worship ministry. I had a little bit of a background in that before I moved up here, serving as a worship leader only within the youth ministry, but we had a worship leader take on another job position, and then I took that over as well. It's really exciting getting to work in youth ministry, getting to be across the street from a high school, getting to be in a school, getting to make a lot of connections with those kids, and it's really neat. As I mentioned, also being able to do the worship ministry side of things, that they get to see me putting my faith into action on Sunday mornings. And it's just really cool for them to get to see me and how I'm able to serve within the church. And it's just so fun and it's so neat. I also do some creative art, so that means some video editing stuff, even though this video isn't that great being shot on an iPhone. I ran out of space not too long ago, and so if you saw a little chop in video, that's what happened. That's a no-no in my area that I serve in. And I also do a little bit of graphic design stuff and some other various technical things like website design and some stuff for the church. Whatever they need of me, I'm happy to do. Where do I see myself in the next 3 to 5 years? Honestly, I set out to do vocational ministry, and I just happened to land a full-time job before I really graduated, and it's been really neat getting to do Ozark Online. I've been doing the online classes for coming up on around 2 years or so, and it's just been really neat getting to apply what I learned literally that same day, and it's just been really neat to get to do that, having a job before I technically get the degree. I kind of recommend it for everyone to serve in a ministry setting of some kind as they're taking classes from Ozark. It's really, really neat. But as far as 3 to 5 years go, I really love what I'm doing now. I'm really not the one to think, man, what am I going to be doing in 5 years? Is what I'm doing now not what I'm going to be doing? I really don't like to think like that. I'm just really grateful for where God has me now. But what do I want? Selfishly, I just want to continue to be doing the exact same thing. And as I mentioned, being at a church plant Again, we don't like to call ourselves a church plant, but a newer church where there's just a lot of responsibilities and not as many staff members. I kind of got to wear a few different hats. So in 3 to 5 years, maybe taking one of those hats off and stepping into something a little bit more permanent and stable for my own health and sustainability. But again, just really excited for where I am now, and I want to be doing this. I'm just so excited to serve within God's church. So that is a little bit about who I am and where I see myself in 5 years.